Football Fandom UK.
Hello guys and welcome to Football Fandom UK. Hope you guys doing well today. So just here for a quick short video guys, because I thought I would share my thoughts on Gareth Southgate. There's been a lot of talk about Gareth Southgate over the last 2 years since the previous tournament. So first of all guys, I just want to point out, yes, we all agree, I'm sure, Gareth Southgate is a nice guy. But the reality is, I would say a high percentage of fans that feel that he's not good enough. He's not the man to take us to a trophy. Now, nobody questions what he's done for England. I think most fans agree that he's got England back on track. He's got us playing reasonably well. He's got players breaking into the team, but there's also the issue where fans feel that he's got his favourites and that certain young players are not getting given a fair chance, things like that. But obviously, we're not here to talk about the individual squad players, stuff like that. Now, I've done quite a bit of research on this, guys, because as you guys know, Football Fandom is a fan channel. So I spend whatever spare time I can reading comments on social media, what fans say, what honest fans that give a logical explanation, what they think of scenarios like this. So basically, guys, I've listened to a lot of the mainstream media and they've been very dismissive of what fans' opinions are about Gareth Southgate. And I think that's wrong. I think that's an absolute disgrace. I think also that fans have been trying to express what they feel about Gareth Southgate, but sometimes maybe going on radio stations or YouTube channels or however way they try and communicate what they're feeling. Sometimes when they go on camera or on the phone call live on a radio show or a YouTube show, they maybe get a little bit camera shy, if you like, or a little bit conscious of the fact that people can hear them around the world because they're live on a TV show or a YouTube channel or a radio station. So they don't always express themselves in the right way. They might be thinking the right things, but they're not expressing what they're meaning to say. So I don't want to presume to speak up for every fan, but I do want to speak for what I feel a certain percentage of fans are trying to express and maybe not expressing in the right way. So before I do get to what I feel is the problem with Southgate, guys, please do hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new. So I'm not going to beat about the bush, guys. The bottom line is, I've heard a lot of fans trying to come up with different explanations to why Gareth Southgate, and a lot of it revolves around team selection, what players he's picking, whether he's picking players in the right positions, stuff like that. I don't need to go over it too much. You guys get where I'm coming from. I think the bottom line of what fans are trying to say that don't feel that Gareth Southgate is the right man is simple. Fire in the belly, guys. It boils down to fire in the belly. If we were 2-3-0 down in a quarter-final or a semi-final against Argentina or France or Germany, would you guys have the confidence that Gareth Southgate will go into that dressing room and fire those players up and get them to motivate, to come out and show a reaction? I don't feel that Gareth Southgate is that man. I don't feel that he's that man. And that's the key point, guys, because I don't feel he has the fire in the belly. I don't feel that he gets irate, that he gets animated. We don't see it on the touchline. If we saw him get animated on the touchline, he'd have had a yellow card by now. But I can't remember any game where Gareth Southgate has had a yellow card off the referees. But the point, what I'm trying to say is, I don't get belief of seeing Gareth Southgate on the touchline. So as a fan, if I don't get belief of Gareth Southgate on the touchline, how are the players going to get belief of him? If we don't see him get animated and show a bit of fire in the belly on the touchline, then that would indicate that he is not showing it in the dressing room. How are we meant to see the best out of this generation of what I can only describe as potentially the best generation of players for England since the 90s? How are we meant to see these players produce their best if we've got a manager that doesn't instill belief in them? And that is where you need fire in the belly, guys. Now, don't get me wrong, Gareth Southgate is a nice guy. I don't want to disrespect him as a person. He's a nice guy. But the bottom line is, guys, I feel that he's done all he can. No question. When we get to the Euros, I'm confident that he will get us to the knockout stages. But that's where my confidence ends. I don't feel if we come up against France, Germany, Argentina, Brazil, Italy, Spain, I don't feel if we come up against these good teams that we will have enough to get past them simply because of Gareth Southgate, because I do not feel he challenges the players enough to believe in themselves. When we go out against a team like Spain, should we be worrying about the opposition and what they bring to the table? Absolutely not. When you've got the talent that we've got on that pitch, guys, we should not be worrying too much about what Spain bring to the table. We should not be worrying about what Brazil might bring to the table or Germany. We should have confidence in the talent that we've got on the pitch, and we should have a manager that makes those players believe in themselves. If we're 2-0 down at our time, I don't want to hear the manager pandering in the dressing room. I want to hear that the manager's gone into that dressing room and challenged those players to believe in themselves. Challenge those players to go out there and have the confidence to turn it round because they're good enough to believe in themselves. That's what it boils down to, guys. We can debate all we want about positions, team selection, this, that, and the other. The bottom line is, do you have the confidence that Gareth Southgate is the man that goes into that dressing room when we are potentially 2-0 down or 3-0 down in a quarter-final or a semi-final or even a final and fire belief into those players? I don't feel that he will do that, guys. And that is why, for me, Gareth Southgate is not the right man for England going forward. He's a nice guy. I have no problem with him as a person. I want to show as much respect to him as possible as a person. But as far as winning trophies are concerned, guys, this could be the best generation of talent we have for the next, after this generation, we might not have another team good enough for 40, 50 years, maybe even longer. Do we want to waste that generation of potentially winning a trophy like we did with the Beckham generation and the Gary Neville generation and Paul Scholes, all those players that we all rated so high but didn't never quite get there? So let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. I would love to hear from you. Please do hit that like button if you could, would be appreciated. And as I say, drop your comments in the comments section. Fan Den is about fans, so I really want to hear from you guys. Like I say, I've shared my thoughts on it. Let me know if you agree or if you guys have got a different philosophy. I would love to hear from you. I'll be back very soon, guys, in the next day or two with more live streaming. So please do join me then. But that's it from me. Take care. All the best. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.